Good morning, guys, and welcome to Wednesday's FRT Gold live video. Hope you're all doing well and looking forward to what should be another decent day of racing. Got how many meetings taking place today? We've got racing coming from Carlisle, from Salisbury, from Kempton, Worcester, Naas and Bath. So plenty of action taking place, bit of jumps action taking place there from Worcester, and hopefully plenty of chances to really turn around what's been a frustrating week so far. I think yesterday was probably the most frustrating of them all. Really disappointed for the Premium Tip and Next Best Bets, finishing second place both once again. Both had their hard luck stories, if you like. Premium Tip did everything right apart from just finally close out the race and was ended up being grabbed on the line and was beaten by a neck. Really frustrating, especially as the horse went out to 9-2 and looked to be extremely good value. A furlong out, I thought the race was ours, but unfortunately Ocean Legend did just pick up towards the closing stages and just get a neck in front. The Next Best Bet now. I'm not one that enjoys criticising jockeys, but I do wonder about Luke Morris's ride on that horse. I think he's an excellent jockey, no doubt about that, but I think if he could run the race a little bit differently, he'd have had the Next Best Bet up with the pace early on, because, with the way the horse stayed on and closed the gap in the closing stages, it showed that, he's possibly the best horse in the race, but just couldn't quite get nose in front and was left a little bit too much to do there. So really frustrating day yesterday. Hopefully today is the day where we turn that form around, but just wanted to share with you, those of you that haven't seen it on the Facebook page or on your emails yet this morning, just how June's looking as a whole. Because we've had a few people say, it's been a really poor month, and that just simply isn't the case. If you are following the tips and sticking to the point system that I recommend, I go through every day. Premium Tip 4 points, win only bet. Next Best Bet 3 points, win only. Lucky 15, total stakes making up 2 points, total stakes, not stakes per line. So total stakes making up to 2 points, up to £15 bets. Don't go any more than £1 per stake. £15 bets would be my recommendation. And so if you were to do that this month so far, unfortunately the premium tips are the ones that are not letting us down, but they're just showing a small loss at the moment with -2 points. So -2 points for that. But what do you have a Next Best Bet for? It's because if they don't work out, if the premium tips don't do the business, then the Next Best Bet almost gets you out of a hole and sees you in profit, and that's exactly what it's done. It's at 22.5 points in profit for the Next Best Bet. So that means that together that's some great profit there. And the Lucky 15's also had a really good month as well. And if you're going by the 2 points total stakes, it's 18.6 points in profit for the month. Or if you are going to your £1 stakes, that equates to around about £140 from £1 stakes returns. So for the month so far, 39.1 points profit for June. So although you can look at that premium tip and think, that's really poor, and I see a lot of people just do the premium tip, and I can't quite understand that. If you can do the premium tip, make sure you do the Next Best Bet as well, because its record's really good, and it is there to get you out of a hole if the premium tip doesn't do the business. I'm not making any excuses for the PTs. They haven't been good enough this month, and them showing a loss is a real disappointment to me. But as I say, Next Best Bet and the Lucky 15 getting us out of a hole, and profit is the main thing, no matter how it comes. 39.1 points profit, not a month to completely shout about too much, I suppose. But say you were going to £1 stakes, you're paying £24.99 a month for FRT Gold. So you were to take that out, you're still looking at 14.1 points profit for the month after your membership fees come out. So even if you're going to £1 per point, that's some profit. If you're going to £10 per point, you're 140 quid up or something like that for the month. So that's superb there. And it is, profit is what we're here for, and that's exactly what we're getting. That's not to mention all the other features you do get with gold as well. So just wanted to mention that. I would say this stake and plan that I've created, I think that we've got the points right, and do the tips. If you have a bad day, say we have a day when the horses win, don't go chasing, don't go putting bets on that you're just doing to try and make up some losses for the day. I would say, if it was up to me, I'd say, if I'm the only tipster you're following, stick to my tips and don't do anything else unless recommended in many ways, just because I think it's always a bit tough to try and pick your own, and you know, just maybe do it without thinking about it enough. But yeah, you know, if you just stick to my tips, that's exactly what we're going to be. You're going to be a profit for the month so far, and hopefully, you know, with a few days, a week or so, or no, about 5 days or so left of June, we can really boost that profit and put those premium tips into, I would hope, around about 20 points profit. If we have a couple, you know, 3-to-1 winners, we could be laughing on the premium tips, and it could be a really, really good month. But just wanted to share that with you. I've had a few people saying, you know, it's not been the best of months, but you know, if you do follow our tips and you stick to a staking plan, then you will be in profit, and I know plenty of you are. So yeah, today feeling good as always. You know, I was really, I'm not gonna lie, I was absolutely gutted to see that premium tip nailed on the line yesterday. Took a bit of getting over, but you have to wipe that from your memory and get on with today, feeling confident. And the premium tip today, that goes in the 455 at Salisbury, and it's Trillion Astra at 3-to-1, and that's from 10-to-3. Another good odds horse here, I think. Seems to be improving with each run, and the third at Chepstow last time out on good ground shows that this horse does actually go on turf. Had been running on the all-weather before that, so clearly doesn't mind, you know, a surface that will probably be quick, which it is today, but also showed that the horse does go on turf. It doesn't look to be just an all-weather specialist. Quick ground, as I said, I don't think will be a problem. Clive Cox has got his string in great form at the moment. I think this horse does look to be really good value. We've got Ryan Tate on board as well, who is very, very good value indeed for his £3 claim. I think this horse, I think Trillion Astra, looks to be the most progressive in the race. Comes out on top on many ratings, and you know, in terms of form, in terms of trainer form, I think this is going to take some beating. It is a little bit of a weak race, to be honest, I think, and I think, yeah, this horse could be the most progressive and could still be fairly well treated at this mark, could take full advantage of this mark and perhaps go up significantly in the handicap after this one. But today, I think the premium tip looks to be a really good bet. 455 at Salisbury, Trillion Astra at 3-to-1 from 10-to-3, and of course, if this does do the business, then that would all of a sudden see the premium tips, you know, jump up in a way to over 12 points in profit for the month, and then hopefully we can have a couple more. Obviously, you know, go the other way, we could be -6 by the end of the day, but we really, don't want that to be the case. Let's have some positive thinking and think that they'll be all of a sudden in profit at the end of the month. The next best bet for today, that goes in the 850 at Kempton, and our tip here is Quanan, and that's Qanan, and that's currently at 5-to-2. Now, this horse was a winner here at Kempton last time out and does have plenty of experience on this polytrack surface, which can be vital in a race such as this one. I think the horse should go really well today, and actually, if you look at the form of that last race, a couple of the horses that Quanan managed to beat on that last race have since gone on to win, so that form's working out really well, actually. And I think that this horse, despite a little bit of a rise in the weights, can go in again and looks to be good value for the win there. That's the next best bet, Quanan in the 850 at Kempton. So they're the premium tip at next best bet. 4 points and 3 points respectively for them, win only. Of course, we've got the two other for the lucky 15, and you can either pop them. You can pop them in the lucky 15 with the premium tip on the next best bet, or as I say every day, you can just do 1 point win only single bets. Either way, I'd like, you know, make it up to 2 points for your total stake. So just to explain that a little bit more, I've had a few questions. So say you were going by, I always say go by £1 per point. I would imagine many of you do actually go by more than that, but just, you know, it makes it a bit simpler. So if you're going £1 per point, you put in £4 on the premium tip, £3 on the next best bet, and then a total stake of as close to £2 as you can get on the lucky 15. So I think it's 13p stakes. So yeah, 13 pence stakes. So 13 times 5, I believe it makes £1.95 total stakes there. So that's what you'd like. That's the way to do it for the lucky 15. So I do see, I've seen a couple of people say, you know, for 2 points, does that mean a £30 bet? So if you're going by £1 per point, that's not the case at all. A total stake of 2 points, and also a point is whatever you want it to be. It all depends on your betting bank, what you want to bet, what you can afford to lose. I'm not in no position really to tell you how much to be putting on a horse, but I can recommend a point stake. You know, you can have £1 per point, you can have £5, £10. Some people might want £50 per point if you like betting big. That's completely up to you. I can't decide that, but what I can recommend is the sort of percentage of what your betting bank is that you use. So if you've got £100 betting bank, my recommendation would probably be £1 per point, but that's completely your call, and what you can afford to lose, and hopefully what you want to win. So yeah, the two other horses for the Lucky 15 today, before we go off track too much, it's the 2 o'clock at Carlisle. It's at Songy, and that's at 11 to 8. And Songy, that's Songye. Might not be pronouncing that right, but all you need to know is it's in the 2 o'clock at Carlisle. It's at 11 to 8. And then in the 4:20 at Salisbury, it's Jimenez. That's Jimenez, and that's at 2 to 1 right now for that one in the 4:20 at Salisbury. Potential returns, if you did go to £1 stakes, so a £15 bet in total for this Lucky 15, would be around about the £305 mark, and that's just depending on which bookies have kind of gone shorter on a certain horse. I think most of the horses have had money for them, and yeah, at the start of the day, most bookies were the top price, and did give that Unlucky 15, but you never quite know how that's gone during the day. And of course, I started this video 15 minutes ago, and you can all of a sudden see a big market move there for that. Just quickly want to mention the Little Earner yesterday as well. That was Roy's Legacy was our Little Earner yesterday, and that actually managed a really good place finish. Came second, and you're not moaning too much at a next bet at a Little Earner, sorry, finishing second. That was Roy's Legacy at 16 to 1 when first given out to you, FRT Gold all the way, and yeah, managed a good second place finish there. So that saw a little bit of returns for the Little Earner yesterday. I'll just run through today's Little Earner quickly. It goes in the 5:35 at Worcester, and it is Amuse Me, currently around about a 7 to 1 shot. Now this horse runs for AP McCoy and John Joe O'Neill, who are in an excellent form at the moment. AP riding better than ever, I would say, and yeah, looks to be a decent each way bet for me. It was actually pulled up last time out, but they've taken the decision to go back over 2 miles, a shorter trip, and the horse was dropped around about £10 or so in the handicap and could be well treated in this one. I think there might be a bit of market support a little bit later on for this one, but the 5:35 at Worcester is a Little Earner, Amuse Me. So yeah, they're all of today's tips. Hopefully they can do the business today. Really need that premium tip win. Feeling good that we can get it. I think this horse does tick plenty of boxes and looks to be really, really good value. So hopefully it can, hopefully it can do the business. But yeah, thanks for watching today's video. If you've got any questions throughout the day, do feel free to email joe@freeracingtips.co.uk or get in touch via the Facebook group, facebook.com/groups/FRT Gold. Plenty of ways for you to get in touch. Please do feel free to do so. If you've got any questions in regards to the point system or anything like that, then please do feel free to get in touch, and we can explain that a little bit more. But thanks for watching today. Have an excellent day. Enjoy the racing. Let's bash the bookies. Thank you, and bye-bye.